primer items there that I'd meant to mention too. Nazim attunements, you need to go over those. I'd sent you the unshakable wraps. Those are in your inventory now, Nazim. The gold bars, so just to kind of give everybody an accounting of where you left off there, you had 60 of them that you'd picked up in the Old Kingdom, or the Old Kingdom bars, I guess, that you picked up in Amenek's tomb. They're each worth 500 gold to the proper merchant, which you did find. Of course, you had the ability to travel during that little 2-week span there. So the traders in the Dead South, you were able to sell those. You sold 30 of the bars for 15k gold total. 5k was spent on diamonds. One of those was used to resurrect Lyrolith, so Pogo still has 4. Where are those, Pogo? Are they going in the bag? Or are you hanging on to them?
I mean, I would have just put them. You asked me where I would put them?
Yeah, where are you hanging on? Yeah, are you carrying them? Are you putting them in the bag of holding? Where are they going?
Did you say the gold bars or the diamonds? The diamonds I had.
The 4 extra diamonds. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to know where they were so that they're so they're recognized in inventory here.
Yep, I actually already added them to my inventory too.
Okay, cool. All right.
Is it 4 or 3? I'll double check. You bought one of them, obviously.
You bought 5, and then you used 1, right, so you have 4 left. And they're each worth 1,000 gold.
Yep.
All right, and then 8,000 of it was spent on some armor for Sock. Well, a magical armor wrap thing, like a leather wrap.
And I think I was going to de-attune the cloak and attune the wraps. Is that correct?
It's up to you, whichever ones you want. Yeah. You could keep those. You could keep both the cloak and the wraps. Obviously, that would be very high defense, which would be good, but it would, you'd have to lose an important output damage. Yeah, either your gloves or the staff. Yeah, because you can only have 3 total. So whichever ones you want to do, just mark them.
I'll pull the cloak and then I'll attune the wraps.
Okay.
How do I attune this?
So, what at least what Justin typically does that makes it a little easier is you see that little shield icon to the right of it.
Yep.
There you go, and just use those. I'll actually go through and change the correct attunement thing, but it's in a menu. It's kind of not a design I would choose myself, but anyway, just use the shields for now, and then I'll do the proper attunement for you later.
Okay. My armor class is still the same as it was before.
Yeah, it won't automatically show up on there. I'll put it in there to reflect that. What it is now with those on is 14 by default, so it's just a base 14, and then you also have resistance for slashing, bludgeoning, piercing, and force damage, meaning you take half damage from any of those sources, and then you have all the other benefits that are in there as well.
Do I have to log out and log back in for the armor class update, or you just?
No, I have to put an effect in there to do it. I haven't added it yet. It's a thing I have to code for you. All right, and then Arteme had sent 500 gold to Merethalis with a letter regarding the loss of the Wood Sage's chorus, and I didn't have this at the time, but also the bodies of the remaining Anuadam, that whole squad except for the dwarf that was obliterated by an airship crash. There wouldn't be a lot of that body to recover, so that one was not. The 1,500 gold remains out of that initial sell, so you have that 1,500 gold in the bag of holding plus the other 30 bars, which are valued at another 15k gold. So technically 16,500 if you count, hard metal. All right. I also, as you guys saw, of course, I didn't update the landing page calendar yet. It is Moonday, the 8th of Fogloom. It's about 8 p.m. As you guys are in the deep vaults, in the abyssal prisons of the deep vaults. I'll drop that in the chat here. Oh, actually, last time when I forgot about that. When I tried to paste something in there, it screwed up the whole thing, and I couldn't use the chat the entire game. So let me do that here first.
You gotta love the weather in Fogloom. Just great weather. Lovely to walk around at night.
It does kind of infer a little fogginess, or with a name like that.
Yeah, Fogloom. It's fantastic. It's nice. It's crisp. Who doesn't love a nice crisp stroll?
Yeah. All right, so where we left off, you guys are in the abyssal prison complex of the deep vaults, in a whole room gravity trap, with Pogo and Nazim paralyzed on the far side of the room, and about 55 seconds to go before the next ceiling yank for the when the gravity will pull them upwards. I'll go ahead and move us over.
Did everyone see my addition there in chat as to what we might have to do?
Oh, in Discord?
In Discord, yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, so there's
it's just basically you just have to probably, if it's electricity, just get us disconnected using some sort of non-metallic item. So like a rope, perhaps.
My hands were very non-metallic touching you.
I was going to say it isn't just non-metallic. There's plenty of things that are electrically conductive. That
Yeah. So
we just had this discussion when you guys were in the water.
But
Like
a rope
6 months
is
ago.
usually not electrically conductive.
It can be those fibers, but
for
still,
my plan to try and get the Wood Sage's chorus from like right after we lost Aleda, like the second time. Do I have to do rolls for that, or?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that's when you were wanting to insert that. That would be
I was just
too
curious on
much.
how that would work.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Just because I don't want to retcon and go that far back. So that's. We'll do it this way. When you guys do, extricate yourselves from this place that you're stuck in at the moment, then we can look at that possibility then. Just for the sake of being fair, because you did mention it. I took it to mean that you meant after you leave the abyssal prisons here. So when
no, because that would have been too much time has passed, and somebody would have probably picked up the Wood Sage's course by then. Because
it was already, you already know that it was already picked up, and that at least the place that it was shown to you, that you didn't see others around, and it wasn't there as far as you knew. At least the impression you have is that it isn't. It's not just sitting on a table somewhere. Like it was already.
Oh, okay.
whatever.
So my plan wouldn't have it worked anyway, because my plan was to try and get it from where she dropped it off. Not
Well, it wouldn't have worked as simply as you described it, but it's definitely possible that it could have, or at least led to clues about where it is, and then you guys could work from there and so on. And that's what I
okay. So
figured
we'll have to
using-
go ourselves to check, because I can't really just send Sai to get information.
That's exactly. You wouldn't have been able to do that anyways. That's what I was saying, that you couldn't locate object through the portal anyway. So somebody would at least need to step through. But yeah, we'll deal with that when the time comes, and just for the sake of not being unfair or anything, I'll kind of. It won't be just completely gone. That'll still be an active lead for you, at least potentially, to follow up on, I guess is how I'll put that. So, okay. All right. So where we left off, we are still technically in initiative order, of course, just for the purposes of trying to prevent Pogo and Nazim from getting a few extra air holes on the ceiling. But in the meantime, it was actually no, sorry, Nazim, you had run over and then gotten paralyzed, so it was actually just after your turn, which brings us to Sarah.
Okay, Sarah would know that if I cast Dispel Magic, do I need to cast it on Pogo and Nazim or the door?
Make an Arcana check.
I would vote door.
How many more rounds do I have on my ritual?
We are only in the second round now, and it's 10 minutes. I mean, it would be like 58 rounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute cast, and rounds are 6 seconds, so it would take quite a
Maybe
while.
stop it and then restart it.
Yeah,
You're only 20, 30 seconds in or something.
12 seconds. Yeah. So I would say that at this point, it's not that it is that it wouldn't still be useful, but at the time before you started the cast, you didn't know if that was magical or not. And having seen the reaction that Pogo and Nazim have been hit by, you gather it probably is.
Yeah, but I was doing it on the door, not the room itself.
Yeah, exactly. But the door is what they touched, and that's when they got paralyzed. So you at least have I would say that you have an inkling. It still potentially could be mundane. It could have been an on-contact poison of some sort potentially, because all he did was touch it. You didn't see him get hit with an arrow or anything like that. But anyways, yeah. As far as the likelihood of it being non-magical is significantly reduced. But like Justin had mentioned, of course, if you could always recast it later if you needed to. The Arcana check there, you feel like it is right now. You know what? So you didn't roll real well, obviously, Sarah. So
yeah, rolled a 3. So
all right. Well, at least a 10 is still better than that's not too bad considering rolling a 3. You're not 100% sure. I would say that you're leaning towards the door probably would be better, but its effectiveness still might be more complicated than you think, just because what you've seen here, it doesn't look like it doesn't look like anything mundane, sure, but it isn't separate enchantments on all 3. It isn't a separate enchantment on the door and on Pogo and Nazim. It's all one enchantment. Right. So
we're just gonna hit the door with a Dispel.
Okay. Let's see. Third level or below. Okay, make a For you, it'll be a, well, assuming you want to use charisma for it, make a charisma check.
Doors. What are they made of?
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. All right.
We're all gonna be fine, guys. Don't worry.
Well,
Do I need to re-roll it? I can re-roll it.
I'll
had
tell
one of
you
my
what
features,
you.
but it's not enough.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you. You feel like you were almost there. Like it was almost enough, and then failed at the last second.
You put a 7th level spell on this door?
Well, this whole, well, there's far worse than that. This place is a secure trap. It's intended to
Never
be.
mind.
Not with 11 either. You guys, well, okay. Think you're standing right next to a portal that prevents you from being able to walk anywhere else. Like this place is locked down into a bunch of smaller cells, kind of, that have very secure means of protecting itself. So that there is a 7th level protection there is not a surprise.
Oh, what just happened?
Used your chrono shift. I saw one use of it. Did you click something else off?
Oh, no, I thought I did, but I was wrong. We're good.
Okay. All right. That it for Sarah's turn?
This action.
Or movement. If you want to run into the room, you can do that.
I don't want to touch
You want to
him. I'll
go?
get stuck there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want to go. You want to go see if see how Nazim's doing. Maybe he's got something in his pocket you want to
Pull
steal.
Nazim off with your hands. See what happens there.
That'd be a fun TPK. Everybody paralyzed, just being smashed against the spikes.
I want to do it again. Okay, we're gonna quicken spell and try it again.
Okay.
And I will roll another one.
Yep.
Please, come on.
Yes, you saw. Obviously, it's 17. You need to beat. So
Oh my, you son of a...
not with a 12. You can use your last chrono shift.
Yeah.
But your reroll's only on a 1, right, Justin?
Yeah,
If
just
that's
on
what you're gonna offer, yeah.
No, because I want to save it in case there's like a dire situation. In case something else goes real bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, just a warning. We're at 16th level. There's plenty of odds that there's gonna be bad things happening in here. So
Yeah, so that's my turn. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
okay, all right. That brings us to Arteme. Then Ben, you're up next. Try to get some more Norok action in this game. You are still, assuming that you are, well, up to you, of course, but you are still in the moment, beginning the ritual for detect magic.
Okay. I'm going to try to use I guess my thorn whip to grab onto Nazim and Pogo.
Okay.
Well, Nazim, just lasso him and then bring him back.
So you are stopping casting detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and click off. Yeah, thorn whip.
It's a cantrip, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's fine. Does it give you a spot to place it? No. All right. Yeah, and you're placing it from inside the room. Where's it anchored?
Oh no, this was just from her body. She just whips it out.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I was thinking whichever one you.
You're thinking of grasping vine. I'm
there we
using
go.
Thorn
That's
whip.
yep.
Yeah, because I'm not going to use a 2nd level spell right now because I'm not sure what other situations we're going to get into, and I don't want to burn everything.
Yeah, you're just not concerned with your friends' lives. That's fine. That's totally
I'm
understandable.
concerned, but
I get it. That's the thing. I get it.
Yeah, Pogo would make the same choice.
All my magic, and then end up oh crap, we're gonna die because I don't have something to help us.
I was totally kidding. That is absolutely fair. All right. There's not really a save to be had. It is still a melee spell attack, so go ahead and roll. Click the attack button there, Fox. You'll have advantage because he's paralyzed and not moving. Not that he would be resisting potentially anyway, but go ahead and roll it.
You said normal?
Well, you'll have advantage on the attack, so you're going to click that and then click the advantage button.
I'm not doing it to attack, so it's non. What's the word?
It's
non-lethal.
Yeah, it won't kill him, but it will hurt him. If you can't do it anyway without it hurting him, but yeah, it won't kill him.
I get that. It's just non-lethal.
Cool. All right. 21. That'll definitely hit. Sako, your AC is 14 now, which is good, obviously, but in this case, you probably do want to actually get hit. Go ahead and roll the damage too, Fox. For you right now,
You got
it will be
resistance
3
to it
6.
too. Never know.
Oh, actually, it is. I think it's piercing. So,
Mhm.
Yep. It is
yeah, piercing damage. Cool. All right, Sako. So add 6 damage to yourself.
6. Okay. Thanks.
Yep. And you are yanked. Let's see. I bumped up to 4K monitors. Now this text is so tiny. I gotta adjust it still. 10 feet close to you. All right. So you send the whip out from the doorway there and yank him in your direction. Nazim, you are pulled to there. Still frozen, still paralyzed, but in the kind of archway of the door there. Still inside of the gravity area, though. That's 10 feet back. I just pulled it straight 10 feet.
So I'm still at risk of being sucked up then. At least my legs.
Yep. But you are no longer attached to Pogo, so that's good news. But Pogo is still over by himself over there. All right, so that was action, Fox. Any bonus action or movement? It did succeed, obviously, so it did. It did pull him. He's just still paralyzed. So.
Yeah. I guess I can't really, as a bonus action, just like pull him onto the side of the door.
Are you gonna try to? I guess walk me through what it is you're attempting to do here, and we'll translate into rules.
Well, okay, he is paralyzed by what we assume is a poison, right? So I'm immune to poison. So if I just like grab onto his clothes and pull him into onto the side of the door.
Okay. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay. You reach out towards him. The thorn whip have wrapped around his waist and pulled him back towards you, and then it dissipates. And as it dissipates, and you reach out with your free hand and touch his shoulder to attempt to grab his cloak, you freeze in place. You were also paralyzed.
What?
So it's not a poison.
It's not a poison. It was a magical effect. I would say that you probably, had an inkling there, but yeah, it wasn't. They weren't injected with anything. They didn't breathe anything in. They're just.
Well, it could have been like a powder on the door handle.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah. There were contact options, but in this case,
it could have been a magical battery hooked up to the fucking door at that point.
Yeah, kind of. All right. So that is it for Artemis' turn. Movement and everything, of course, because she's paralyzed, is negated. So, Ben, it is your turn. You've seen Artemis just send the whip out and pull Nazim into the doorway. He's still in, the danger area. But she is frozen outside of the danger area. Although they are...
Callister make this dungeon?
It's going to be paint cans flying down from rafters. Ben, you do... because of your size, you having seen Artemis get paralyzed from touching Nazim, you realize that you trying to sneak by without touching them would probably not be feasible, or at least very difficult. So do with that information what you will.
And I'm going to take the rope that I have. Just some of it left, at least.
Yeah,
whisper,
the
whisper,
only.
Whisper.
Yeah, it is really quiet actually. G, is your headset down?
Better.
It's about the same. I can still hear you. It's just quiet. So I have you maxed out on my side already.
I'm just going to make a lasso out of that rope
And
do like a little cowboy thing, but I'm going to grab Nazim though and pull him towards me.
Okay.
With the rope.
Okay.
Lasso him and pull him.
Make a. You can choose either sleight of hand or acrobatics, whichever you prefer there. All right. You send the lasso over Nazim's head easily through the doorway. It kind of settles around his shoulder. You're not going to, yank his head off or choke him. And you yank on the rope to pull him back through. He does kind of awkwardly mannequin-like shove Artemis out of the way. You can pull him back to here. He is no longer in the danger area. You managed to get him free. Any bonus actions or movement?
I'm going to.
And you don't. Oh, that's important too. Obviously, you don't paralyze, or you don't.
All right, guys. The magic doesn't work on ropes.
Well, physical touch definitely does. You've seen that twice now. Yeah, but it did not transfer through the rope. No.
Okay. I'm going to stand there so I don't accidentally touch them.
Okay, I was gonna say like, yeah,
I don't want
because he's just standing there awkwardly and paralyzed. He could just fall over, because he can't hold himself up or keep his balance, so he could just fall over and fall on you. So, all right, that if your turn, then Holmes.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us back to Pogo. Pogo, you are paralyzed. Go ahead and make a Constitution save, and it's a DC 22. Same as when you touch the door.
I don't know if I can hit a 22. The max I can get is a 21.
Well, that's not good news then. Yep. All right. Make, because the thing is, you still have your mental faculties here. Like you can't do anything. You can't blink, but you can still see. You can still feel. You can still think. Make a, I guess, medicine check.
Someone needs to cast Robin Williams on us. Wake us up.
Yeah, awakenings. Get some L-Dopa. You can feel the paralyzation taking its course. It obviously isn't a permanent thing. You feel like as long as you can survive without being aerated, AER, aerated like wine.
Yeah,
meaning,
with holes in me
yes,
like a
there you go.
lawn.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Making sure everybody got the word I was going for there. For the homonym, I suppose. Anyway, if you can survive that, it will wear off on its own. Is what you feel like, but you're in a panic trying to decipher how long that will take versus how long the trap has left. All right. That if your turn, then. Do you have any?
That's it.
Okay. I know you don't have a lot of choice as far as actions are concerned, but thoughts and so on. All right, Nazim, same for you. Go ahead and make a DC 22 con save.
I think 23 is the only thing I can do. It's the highest I can go.
Yeah. Well, natural 20 will get it there either way, so you would still succeed with that, which means a 5% chance minimum. Nope. So, but not with that. Yep. So you're both still paralyzed. Sarah, it is your turn. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that at this point there are. Sorry, that would have been not 55 seconds. That would have been 48, and now it's 42 seconds remaining. Not that that matters, obviously, for that such a short distance, but that's how time works in D&D.
I don't have anything that'll help in this situation. I can't touch him. Do I have? Nope. You have rope. Could I have Noctua just go, do the same thing as Nora, make a lasso, and just have Noctua, drop it over his shoulders and have an action?
I mean, you don't have just a noose ready. Norak, as part of his action, was drawing the noose and throwing it. You snapping her in, making a noose, and then sending her would be a bit outside the bounds of what an action can do. All he was doing was taking a rope, tying a knot, and throwing it over Nazim's head. He wasn't involving having to summon a familiar and all that stuff.
Okay, we'll just try another Dispel Magic.
Okay. You're gonna keep burning up them spell slots. It might work though. You at least you were very close. Like you felt like it would have succeeded.
I mean, you could maybe get the rope from Norak and just pull me down. I mean, I'm not big. I'm only 38 pounds.
Well, minus
or
your
if
gear.
you have something that could be used as a rope. Yeah, but you'll have a couple turns.
A large cat and tow him out of there.
You'll have a couple turns. You could technically you could just run closer and toss it over me. You wouldn't even have to throw it. I don't know what you have in your inventory, but just if you want to try to save a spell slot.
Or save Pogo's life.
I will. We will do that. I've got 30 feet of movement, so I will use 15 to go next to him, put it over him.
Okay.
Use my 15 to go back to where I'm at, and then just try to yank as hard as I can.
All right. That is going to be a strength check with disadvantage. I'll say that since you're going to be close enough to him, there's no... Ben's was a sleight of hand because he's throwing it and trying to needle it past hitting Arteme in the face with it. Not real good. You yank, and Pogo...
Sarah's not super strong.
Here's the thing, though. You may have also failed the other thing. This, at least, you tried it, and you don't burn through a spell slot.
Didn't burn a spell slot, obviously. Pogo, you feel yourself being yanked backwards. You fall flat, banging your head onto the floor. You are now staring up at those spikes who are looking awfully thirsty at this point.
Can I wet myself when I'm in this state, or is that all locked down?
That is currently on lockdown. We'll say that as soon as the paralysis fades.
Plus, guys, that's a plus.
I will say the good news though is because you ran up and did it so close though, you were able to get it around his waist, under the arm even, enough that it is secured well enough that from pulling from there now is a little easier than than it otherwise could have been had it been like over a shoulder just around his neck or something like that. You have a good handhold at this point. So, what I'm getting at mechanically is the DC will be different. So.
Can I use my bonus action to make a perception check?
I was actually going to ask.
Perception is a terrible skill for me.
Yeah, with DC effect because you're not spending your extra turn, your full action doing that. But Art, well, I guess kind of everybody except for maybe Norak because he's actually sorry. Sarah and Norak, both of you will have disadvantage. Everybody, go ahead and roll perception checks though. Sarah and Norak, you guys are both close to those portals, and those portals give off some noise. And then Sarah will go with we'll use your roll for whatever you were asking to perceive as well. Okay, Nazim and Pogo at least, and Ben depending on yours. Even with disadvantage, you probably have a decent modifier there.
I have. I think it's my shield or whatever that gives me advantage on it, so I'd have.
Yep, that'll work. All right. Okay. So those of you that beat a 16, those screams and torture sounds that Pogo had heard before are now that it's a little quieter here and you don't have the ghost blasting you in this room here. Those sounds are still continuing, but now there's noise coming from just beyond the door that Pogo's standing in front of. That is so that plus you've clearly made something aware. Let's say in the next room on the other side of that door. What was it that you were specifically asking about, Sarah, for a perception check? We'll use your roll here for it.
That stuff right there.
What stuff?
That stuff that you just said.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, because you guys had heard that.
I figured we'd made enough noise that somebody probably figured out there was someone here.
Well, my thought is that when you pull Pogo down like that, that's that amount of clanging is going to be noisy. Throwing and pulling Nazim rather into Arteme would have made some noise. Yeah, you guys have definitely made some noise. Not to mention a magnet clanking off of the ceiling, that kind of stuff.
I'm just holding out my rod in my other hand, just keeping an eye out, and that is my turn.
All right. All right. Sorry, I had to reply to something there. All right. Then that brings us to Arteme. Arteme, you are still frozen. Go ahead and make a DC 22 con save. Oh, that was almost the 18. Yep, no such luck. Again, you still have your mental faculties. You can still hear and see all your senses, all that stuff. You just can't physically move. Do you have anything you want to do that is within those restrictions?
Sorry, what was that?
You're
low for a reason. Let me see.
I haven't changed anything on my side. Everything is same as it always is over here. You can turn me up in Discord if you need to.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah. I only got part of that because Monk was also talking with me.
No problem. All right. Sorry, what I was saying there is you're still paralyzed. Obviously, the con save was not high enough, so still paralyzed. You can't move. You can't really do anything that would require physical, movement. Obviously, but do you have anything you want to do that doesn't require those things with the rest of your turn?
That doesn't require movement.
Well, I mean, you can still think, you can see, you can perceive, etc. And anything that you want to do with those. Obviously, that very, very much limits your options, but.
Okay, well, that spell wouldn't work. No. There's not really anything I could do.
Okay. And that brings us back to Ben. What you doing, Holmes?
All right. Can I? If I move down this way, do I feel like I can sneak past?
No.
Ones? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the door is standard width door, and there's two full-size humanoids standing in front of it, so.
That rope still on the floor?
Still tied around you.
Oh, I thought she tied a rope around Pogo. And then,
Oh, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah threw a separate rope around Pogo. Yes. Norak had one tied around you that he yanked you back with.
And I'm going to move. Still have the rope around Sako, so I'm just going to slide it back a little bit. So I can hopefully try to move Artemis. And if I can, go over it.
So hang on, G. You're echoing the whole time here. So try that one more time. You're going to slide the rope off of Nazim and then do what with it?
No, I'm actually going to keep it on Nazim and move him back a little bit, take a couple steps back and slide it back a little bit to get him out of that space next to Artemis.
Gotcha. Okay. I'd say that you can easily do that. That's at this point, since you're not trying to pull him through someone. You can kind of just grab the back of a foot away from him and pull the rope back to move him. So like, did not mean to do that.
Not through the wall.
Yeah, pulled him. Nazim was out in space for a minute there. All right, over there. Is that what you're aiming for? Okay. We'll say that's basically a chunk of your movement to do that, so you still have your action and bonus action. He was already tied, so there wasn't anything other than, pulling him a few feet.
All right, then can I get the rope off of Sako and put it on Fox and try to move her a little bit?
Sure.
Or would that be too much for one action?
Well, I mean, this one will require a check. I guess if you're going to be standing next to her, you can do that part without it. So go ahead and make a strength check, but it'll be, considering your size and everything, it'll be low DC. Then Pogo, you're up next.
Yeah. I couldn't quite make out what he was going to do. Is he going to try to go get the rope and just pull me out?
Well, there's two separate ropes. So the rope that Norak was using, well, after, yes.
There's already a rope attached to me. So, Norak can, I know the other two are stuck there, but Norak might be able to just get in the room and grab the rope that's already around me.
Well, with both of them moved, that's about 15 feet, of movement. So what do you want to do with the rest? And bonus action. That was action and a little bit of movement is what I'm getting at. Ben?
How far away from Pogo is that rope laying? Or is it like bundled by his feet? Or
it's basically a thread straight between Sarah and Pogo. So direct line between them. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm right there.
I don't know if I would have enough to reach him on this front. But I could at least get him started. So, could I try to gently move past the two stuck ones over here now?
Yeah, you can get to the doorway there, for sure. Are you going to stop there?
Yeah, I'll move over the doorway.
Okay. Yeah, and then there you go. And then you're still outside of the trap area at that point, so. All right.
And then if I need to, I'll try to use Pogo my next one.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Pogo. DC 22.
Constitution save.
Yep.
Come on, that's 20. Womp, womp.
Nope, not quite enough. Anything else you want to do with it? I know that isn't much as far as your turn.
No, I'm good.
All right. Nazim, same thing. DC 22 con save. You trying to find it, Sako?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute the whole time here. Constitution save.
Yeah, DC 22.
22, there it goes. Sorry about that.
No problem.
15. Boo.
Almost, not quite. All right, and do you want to do anything, with your limited choices for actions?
Just moaning and groaning on the floor. I can't really do anything yet.
Yep. Yeah, you're kind of half stood up at this point. He propped you up in the corner like a mannequin. All right, Sarah's turn.
Sarah's just gonna turn around backwards with the rope over her shoulder and just try to walk and pull him along.
Okay. You do you will face first plant into the portal there potentially, or that swirling white portal thing that you guys need the keys for, but that will adjust the DC because it's a lot more effective way of trying to pull something. So go ahead and make your strength check. Oh, all right. Well, I mean, it's not much. You've got him 5 feet, but you pulled him a little bit. So he is moving. Pogo, you staring up the ceiling? You're still staring at big stalactites. You didn't get removed from it. It isn't like a nice soft cushiony spot or anything up there. All right, ready for Sarah's turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's it for now.
That's it. Okay. Everyone that succeeded on the previous perception check on the previous round, there's definitely something moving towards the door. You don't know what, but you can hear shuffling on the other side of the door, and light moving underneath it. So there's something coming. Artemis' turn. DC 22 con save. Oh, that was almost a natural 20. It just barely tipped over right at the last second. No such luck, Fox.
That's what I would need is a natural 20 because I only have a +2 to Constitution.
Yeah. So basically, if your Constitution is +1 or below, then you would need a natural 20, which is a 5% chance. So anything above that obviously increases your odds by quite a bit. But anyway.
Yeah, but mine is +2, so I would need a 20 for 22.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm sorry. I meant, +1 and below will still fail. That's correct. Yeah. So you would need a... All right. Any actions with your turn that are not based on needing movement?
Not really, no. I don't really have anything.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, there aren't a lot of choice. I just want to give you guys the opportunity.
I was going to try weave plants to make a plant to push them, but there's no plants here, so...
Yeah, this is all... Yeah, this is mostly hewn stone. It was clearly carved out of, a solid rock in this area, at least. All right, we're going to spec to Norok.
I'm ready. Do you want me? I'm going to ask Sarah. Do you want me to grab him, or do you want to keep holding?
You just see Sarah gritting her teeth and looking over her shoulder like, you can grab him anytime you want.
You're down some steps. If anything, you see in the back of your head, grunting, but yeah.
Okay. Then that's what I'll do.
All right.
Take the rope, and then try to pull Mr. Pogo back.
All right. Go ahead and make a strength check. He's light enough that it probably won't be too difficult for you. All right, that'll do. Specifically with your DC, it'd be modified enough. Pogo, you are pulled still face up across the floor until you are through the other doorway. A certain amount of relief, obviously, when you're staring up at flat ceiling instead of spikes, but still paralyzed.
That'll be it for me.
All right. Pogo, it is your turn. I'll leave it up to you guys now. Do you want to... Well, do you want to keep going through initiative order, or do you... Yeah. As well, Pogo had sensed, I would say that everybody would know this just for the simplicity of it, rather than make everybody roll medicine checks. It will wear off in time. You don't know how long that's going to be. You do know that something is coming to that door.
Can I make a medicine check?
Sure.
Just because I have proficiency in it?
Yeah,
Double proficiency.
No Pogo, anything with your turn in the meantime, I guess?
I don't think I can really do much.
Okay. All right. Artemia does. You recognize that the effects are slowly waning, that it will fade in time. It's just a matter of how long. But again...
Can I tell how long?
With a roll that high, you feel like it's a minute. It was a minute from when it happened. For simplicity's sake, yours happened 6 seconds after Pogo and Nazim. Theirs happened in the same turn. Yours happened the turn after. And it's a 1 minute paralysis unless it's otherwise mitigated or removed.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just... oh, wait. I can't talk, can I?
Nope. Your option... That's what I was getting at is... Yeah, I know you guys don't have much choice, especially, or much option, I suppose, especially when 3 of you are paralyzed. That's why I was, giving you the opportunity if there was something you wanted to do. But, yeah, anything that would require, physical movement of any sort. Including Pogo peeing on himself when he was staring at the spikes he couldn't even do.
No, my brain would have, but it couldn't.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what having a kidney stone feels like sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So nothing for Pogo then. Nazim, go ahead and make your con save if you want to. And then we'll go ahead. I guess we'll go ahead and finish this round real quick to give Sarah something if she wants to.
Yeesh.
Well,
Close,
almost. Yeah, close. Yep. Sarah, you want to anything you want to do while still in this situation, having seen Pogo is now safe?
Am I able to speak while I'm stunned, or am I just totally out?
Yep. Completely frozen.
Okay.
Tongue is a muscle.
Is Sarah aware that there's somebody on the other side of the door? Because I think she only rolled a 6.
You didn't roll great, so I would say that at best, go ahead and make another perception check with disadvantage. I'll explain why in a moment.
Perception is terrible.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say that you would have seen Norok, who is always aware of situations like that he was staring at the door intently, so you gather there's probably something there. But you rolled too low, so you don't know that either. So no. Sarah is blissfully unaware. And the other people that are aware are paralyzed and can't say anything, so...
And I make it through the door with Pogo there?
He's flat on the ground is the thing, so you'd have to kind of jump past him a little bit, and Norok's right after him. If you're going to make the attempt, there's going to be a roll involved, and it's possible you get paralyzed as well.
All right. Can I spend my turn...
Carefully walking past?
How much longer do we have until the gravity shifts?
30 seconds.
3 more
Yeah,
rounds?
30 seconds right now.
Okay, then
Five
I'm going to
rounds,
stay
yeah.
where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm going to stay where I'm at for this round and just look them over and see if there's anything arcanic-wise that I think I could do to help them get out of this paralysis.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. You already kind of sensed what happened there, that it was, sourced by the door and went through them there, but this looks like the kind of enchantment that will either need to run its course or would have to be dispelled by means you're already familiar with. You just, unfortunately not, after 3, well, technically 2 in narrative attempts, you were not successful at removing it. But you do gather that it will run its course on its own, if time allows.
Right. Yeah, I'll just knock to it in, so she's at least in the room with us, and that'll be my turn. I'll stay here.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Arteme. Arteme, if you want to go ahead and make your check. And then if you guys don't have, any specific things to do after that, we can, well, I guess, see what happens here. 15. All right. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Then, Fox, did you have anything else you wanted to do in the meantime?
I will try to mumble this. If once everyone gets in the room, that's it. Everyone gets
you cut out anyways. Yeah, exactly. Like. All right. All right. Bringing us back to Norok. Ben, there's definitely movement on the other side of the door, and it's like right on the other side of that door over there. You don't see any movement or anything else. Well, sorry, you see light underneath it, so there's definitely, like you see shadows and everything, so there's definitely something moving over there, but they have not, whatever it is has not made itself announced beyond that. They haven't touched the door or made noise or anything else, but I'm going to say this below your passive, especially for your kind of your culture. They are obviously preparing an ambush of some sort, is the impression you get. Because for them to try to sneak up to the door thinking that they've been quiet and you managed to pick it up anyway, and they haven't just, thrown the door open, means that they're preparing something. Is the feeling you get.
I'm going to relay that message to everybody quietly.
Okay. All right.
Move out of the way.
All right, so in that case, now everybody knows, including Sarah, who was previously unaware that there was anything coming. So they all know now. That it for your turn then, G?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Pogo, you are still laying on the ground. There's still a rope wrapped around you that Norok still has the other side of, and Sarah can't get past. So, at least not easily. So you're still kind of frozen there. Yeah, go ahead. You expect something will likely happen soon, I guess, but your options are very limited there. So
I'm just using my eyes to I'm side eyeing at the door. If the door here is still open, I'm just staring at the other door on the other side of the room.
Sure. Okay. All right, Nazim, go ahead and make a check. One of you's got to succeed eventually.
Probably.
Right.
It's, I mean, 5%
Yeah.
chance sounds bad, but how often do you get natural 20s and, Baldur's Gate and stuff like that? So, same idea.
Not often at all.
Well, that's your
Unless
bad
I
luck, though,
quick
Fox. Most
save and then
people.
restart and then 20,000 times to finally get what I need.
Well, let's say normal people get them 5% of the time. How about that? Not such luck with Nazim either. Sarah, it is your turn. Sako, unless you had anything else you wanted to do there.
Nope.
Okay.
Do I have the broom, or did Arteme have it last?
I think I did.
You haven't used it since you've come in here, I don't think. You'd talked about using it for the trap here when it was still moving up and down, but I don't remember, if anybody actually had it or used it. So whoever,
We'll
it's
assume
fine for you
Arteme
if you
has
have
it, so
Okay.
I will step back and take a running jump over Pogo.
All right. That's
inside the
feasible,
room.
actually. He is laying flat, but he's still only, even at toe to head, he's still only 3.5 feet tall or whatever. So that's potentially doable. Should be doable.
Pardon my stiffness, everybody.
He was paralyzed at a particular moment. All right, go ahead and make a acrobatics check, or athletics, either one, actually. All right. Yeah, that's plenty. You were easily able to take a quick jump over him, landing there inside the room. Obviously, Norak has announced that there's something preparing on the other side of the door, of the far door rather. So do with that what you may. That's
How
only
heavy do these?
What?
How heavy does the door that Pogo is next to look like?
Does
Does it look like a really heavy door, like a stone door?
It is stone, but it's on smooth hinges and moves freely. It's not difficult to open or close.
So could I use my mage hand to just slowly pull it closed?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, mage hand is still 10 pounds, and the door on a smooth hinge, even if it is heavy, is not going to give too much resistance. So you're just going to close that door?
Yep, I'm just going to slowly close it.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, that door is closed then. Then, Arteme, go ahead and make your last check. Oh, jeez. Poor Fox. Obviously, no such luck. Nothing else you want to do with your turn, I assume?
Nothing else I can do.
All right.
Most of my stuff requires either talking or moving.
Almost everything does. Yeah, there's very little in the game that you can actually do while paralyzed. There is an awful ear-piercing bird screech sound coming from the other side of the door. You guys can't see anything, of course, because you just closed this, but you hear the other door open in the chamber, and something very large is clearly moving around inside the room there. Let's see, Nazim, you would recognize this. There's Vabian language being shouted behind it, orders of command. None of you, I would say, none of you would have really much chance of recognizing what caused the bird screeches, but there's something human also that is ordering it to do its bidding.
Good news, guys. The other door's open. I think we're this is the good news.
That's true. I suppose if you want to look at it glass half full, yeah.
Has it already been a minute since Pogo last stepped off that room?
No. At this point, there are 34 seconds remaining. You're going to see names in here. You can ignore those. You guys don't actually know them. What's up?
No, I was just going to say, if I'm still connected to a rope, Nora could swing me around like a mace and smack me into them to lock them in place. This is
it's something. It's at least possible.
I mean, it might be turned off, but I mean, worst case scenario, we both take a little damage. It'll be funny. They'll be very confused. If nothing else, they'll be very confused.
Norak, you've heard a very large bird-like sound coming from inside the chamber there. The door itself is closed, but Pogo is beneath it and splayed a little bit, so he is taking up quite a bit of space in front of the door. You could obviously yank him free of that to get him out of the way. What are you doing?
All right, I'm going to start hiding Pogo. Well, actually, no, because Sarah's in the way. Well, can I get him around in between Sarah and Arteme?
Yeah, he's small. I mean, he's able to move through, halflings. Exactly, yeah. So even between Arteme and Sarah, there's definitely enough room. So, go ahead and hold down, click and hold, where you want to move him to. Not that Pogo has a chance to resist or anything, but
If I can, I'll take him here.
sure. All right.
Just
That'll take you
Is he-
15 feet of movement. Yeah, to get in there. What's that?
yeah, I just above knee him there, and then I'm going to. I guess just wait it out. I can't really ready an action anymore. So.
Okay.
Would I have enough to switch the rope and pull Artemis closer a little bit, or no?
It would take your action to do so. That didn't take your action to move him. He was already tied. All you did was spend some movement to do it.
I'll do that then. I'll move down and
Okay.
And do that, and then come back to where it was.
And you want her up north of Pogo?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
So
just
that
like
way,
that.
Trying to get them all a little bit closer.
Okay.
Yeah, for me.
Whatever it is on the other side of the room, or on the other side of the door rather, is obviously coming this way, and you do know that obviously 3/5 of your party is paralyzed currently. Basically what I'm getting at is that if you and Sarah can't handle this on your own, you guys are screwed because they're going to be paralyzed for too long. Everybody understand what I'm getting with that?
Mm-hmm.
So do with that information what you will. Pogo, it is your turn.
Hey, also the ghost might help out too. Maybe the ghost will go throw fists.
He's already readying to because he heard what was the noise as well. And hey, finally somebody got
back in it, bitches.
All right, I knew somebody had to get it eventually. All right, Pogo,
Okay,
you were
but
no
he
longer
got
paralyzed.
21.
Yeah, but
It's a natural 20
still counts.
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
if I ever have you roll anything, okay, so think of it like this: for anything in D&D, right? If there was zero chance of something being successful, meaning that even if you rolled anywhere between a 1 and 20, if it was still failed, there's no point in rolling at all, and I just would tell you that it isn't possible. So even if the DC is above it, if I have you roll, then a natural 20 is going to be the success. That means you still, in the worst case scenario, if you ever have to roll a die, then you have a 5% chance. Worst case, of still succeeding.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me fix this. All right. Pogo is back in business. That is the start of your turn, Pogo. So you still have action, bonus action, movement, all that stuff.
All right, and I know that there's a thing on the other side.
Oh
of
yeah,
this
you definitely
door.
heard it. Yep.
Not gonna lie, I wasn't prepared to actually have a turn, so
That's fair.
yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and. Does the door open inward or outward?
Inward.
Opens inward.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to. And is that a wooden door or like a stone door?
It's stone, like smooth stone on very smooth hinges. Though it's well maintained.
What could I do here that could be good? All right. I am going to. I don't have to do it to. All right. So just to try this out, I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern on the other side of the door, inside that room.
Okay. You don't have
And
to
I'm
see
going
where you're
to-
targeting it.
Actually, it doesn't say you have to see it.
Okay.
What I'm going to do though is I'm going to cast it. So it's going to be. Holy shit! Is that really how big that is? That doesn't seem right.
30-foot cube.
5,
Yeah,
10,
so that means
15,
30 feet on the
20.
side.
Wow,
Yep.
that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to move against the door and push my body against it while holding concentration on Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay. So you're 38 pounds, as you put it, but you obviously your
Yeah,
equipment
but 38 pounds. I mean, you ever try to open a door that had a towel shoved underneath? It's fucking pain in the ass.
Well, it's not. I was kidding.
more-
'Cause
it's better
it's
than
not
nothing.
38 pounds. It's 38 pounds is just what you weigh. All of your equipment is probably 3 times that. But that's where D&D kind of loses reality a bit. But not the magic and gods and all that kind of shit. But anyway, all right.
Just in case, I'll also toss this in there just as a. Oh, not bad. Just as
For trying to hold the door. Okay, gotcha.
That's
Okay.
me doing that, and I'm holding concentration on Hypnotic Pattern.
All right. Wiz saving throw. What's your spell save DC?
18.
All right. Oh, it's on the chat there. Well, that thing succeeds. You can already see the name there, obviously. If you guys don't know what that is, that's fine, of course. But you guys, yeah, exactly. Your characters don't know, so they both succeeded.
Right.
Hang on, did they?
Nope.
It appears
And it only
advantage. Yeah, it's
appears
not a
for a
persistent
moment.
effect. Yeah. Okay,
Nope.
that's what I was looking for. Is if it was persistent, they needed to remake it. But all right. they both
Also,
succeeded.
I don't actually know if it worked or not. That doesn't really give me a sense. So
Yep.
I'm just still at
Yep.
the door, and
Okay.
I'm hoping.
All right. So you guys are relying on 38-pound Pogo to hold this door from what sounds like a very large, very angry bird-like creature. So
I'm also like kind of on the ground with my feet pushed up against it. Like I'm trying to sitting down on the ground. So I'm very small,
Okay.
taking up very small amount of space. But just so everyone knows how I am, like with my back up against it,
Sure.
with my, doing my best here. So take that into account with your actions.
all right. Let's see what would be best here. Oh, geez, that would be brutal. Yep. Okay. Nobody's gonna like this, but it is what this NPC would choose to do here. Everybody make con saves, and it's DC. Hang on, I gotta check the DC real quick. Sorry, it is DC. That doesn't. No, that's okay. Hang on, that's not right.
Ugh.
Are the stats wrong for this thing? Here, I'm just okay. Well, yeah, go ahead and roll them, and then I'll click it. So, 18, 11, 12. Ben and
Do I need
Fox.
to make one too?
Yep.
Okay.
You'll see why in a moment. It's not that kind of bird, sucker. Hey, natural 20.
Nope.
All right. This is what was cast, and then I'll be able to see the DC here in a moment. There, as you are all standing there, Pogo, with you kind of backed up against it and trying to, dig your feet in and hold the door, you see a thin greenish, like mist, beginning to slowly pile in underneath it that is rapidly becoming more and more dense, filling underneath the door, and beginning to surround your feet and then the room as it just kind of fills the room in a choking cloud known as Cloud Kill.
Oh no!
DC 15. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought. So Pogo, you succeed. Sarah fails. Nazim failed. Arteme fails. So Pogo and Norok succeed.
Wait, did you say it's a poison cloud?
Yeah. Oh, so yeah,
I
actually,
didn't
it's
mean to
poison damage.
poison.
Yeah, I believe it is poison damage. Let me double check. I really need to do something about the text size after upgrading these monitors here.
It's poison damage.
Poison damage. It is. It is poison damage. Yep. All right. So Fox, you take none. Those that failed take 27.
I take
the thing? How
we
come
take 13.
Yeah. Yeah. It's round down. Yeah. So 13 for those that succeeded. Yeah. Hypnotic pet. Why would it be concentration if it's just a single? Oh, I guess if it persists on the if it succeeded on that.
If it keeps going on them.
Yep. Okay. And that fills the room. So go ahead and apply your 13 if you succeeded, 0 for Fox, 27 if you failed. And you, well, you know what? Everybody would be kind of choking and gasping at this point anyway. Arteme, you may hear footsteps moving around a corner on the other side of the door there. And that is it. Nazim, that brings us to your turn. You're still paralyzed and now choking, so you need to make. When you enter it on the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, which means you now immediately have to make another. So you need to make your DC 22 to see if you get out of the poison, or out of the paralysis, rather. All right, so you did not make it out of the paralysis. Now it's a DC 15 con save, so you can click the button there if you want. Or just, another con save, either one. Speed of 15.
Yay!
All right. Okay, all right, so... it's still half damage, unfortunately. This is going to be a death trap if you guys don't get out of there fast enough, or move into the room, whatever you need to do. But it is 19 damage to. No, sorry, you succeeded, Sako. So it'll be 10 damage to you. No, sorry, round down. 9 damage to you for that.
All right.
And still poisoned, obviously. The creature has to make check real quick. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, something bad happens. The door is closed. You guys can't see anything. But the creature that is in the room there that you have not yet seen is very angry about something. And you actually hear it stomping in the other direction, not towards you guys, but backwards.
Always gotta rush the door, guys.
Hang on. The thing is, I have to roll these things that you're gonna see in the chat. So you remember, your characters don't know what's happening. You as
Exactly.
players, if you see it in the chat, that's fine. But your characters don't know what this is, other than hearing it move away from the room, not towards your guys where you're at. It is okay. Oh, geez. All right. Well, it's clearly mad and swinging at something, but you couldn't tell what, obviously, because you can't see it. Brings us to Sarah.
Right. So at the start of my turn, do I
Yep.
take damage in here?
Well, you have to roll DC 15 con save. Yeah, I can click it again if you need it. Yeah, I'll just not place template or consume. There you go. 18, that'll succeed. So it is
Yay.
half of this. 4 damage.
Not terrible.
Could be worse.
All right. Okay. We going through the door?
I mean, you probably know what's through this, right? Whatever put this in the air. But if we
Yeah,
got
but-
let him go.
I mean, we can't just stay in here, so...
Well, if Sarah wants to
Sarah's
get past
gonna
me, Pogo will move out of the way. And
Okay.
how much time is left? Would we know how much time is left on the fucking things?
You know, I would say that you would have a general idea, just because I don't want it to be unfair as the DM here, that you've spent 7 rounds so far, you have 3 rounds left, 18 seconds until the trap goes off.
All right, so we have a little bit more time, but we don't want to get fucking stuck in there.
Yep. And you guys are trapped in here with a
Fine.
cloud, so...
Sarah just wants to open the door and look out first and see what she's looking at.
Okay, all right. So from the side of the door, then you can see the back of a bright red kind of bird-like demon with very sharp claws and an angry beak, and it is lashing at something on the other side. You can't see what it's lashing at, but on the around the corner, basically from it over there, it is attacking something over there. And well, you know what? Actually, you would hear Vabian shouts, a language you wouldn't recognize. Nazim, you can hear it, but you can't speak to tell anybody what it is. So you could understand what's happening. But suffice it to say, as the players, that the Seardaman over there was trying to control this thing and rolled well. The creature broke out of the control and is now trying to attack him.
But they're probably okay. That makes
But the
sense.
Seardaman's on the other side. The Seardaman is the one that casted the cloud. Sarah opened the door, yeah. So you can see through it.
The other door.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah, the Seardaman opened it. But the Seardaman had, enslaved this or controlled this demon and was trying to use it. And then it rolled fine the first time. Well, you guys didn't see it, of course, but it rolled fine the first time, and then that time it got a 4. So out of 100, it was a percentile die. So anyway.
Did the thing hit him? And did it break his concentration?
Well, it swung at him twice and didn't hit. It slashed. Yeah, if you look at those rolls, he got a 9 and an 8, so he did not roll high enough to actually hit it. But yeah, he was attempting to do.
Right, so it hasn't noticed us on the other side of this door yet.
Go to the stairs, maybe.
Right.
You don't know.
Yeah, I'm running for
Okay.
over here, outside of the...
Barely enough room. The cloud itself still is in half of that tunnel. There's room for you and maybe one more person, and you'd need to be like here, kind of half out of it, which is just the
Right.
edges of it. But you're no longer choking if you're standing there.
10, 15, 20, 30. I would have to be at the top of the stairs, so in that case, I will go...
There's still enough room at the top. I'm just saying that's as far as you could go. So if you could only make it to the top of the stairs, you're still okay. No, you can't go through that barrier there.
Oh, that's a barrier?
That's a barrier there, yeah. Yep. You could be right there, but
Yeah.
you don't know
So
if that's okay.
The farthest I can reach going this way is there.
Okay.
So
That's movement. Any actions or bonus
and-
actions?
I am going to... Where's my open? I'm going to cast my shadow skin.
Okay.
And then action. I'm gonna not use a bonus action right now.
Okay, that if your turn then.
That's it.
All right, Arteme, you are still frozen, so we need to make 2 con saves. Go ahead and first roll your DC. Well, aiming for DC 22 to get out of the paralysis.
Okay. and
Another
what's the
2.
second for?
He said is literally your second 2 on this save.
What's
The second
one for?
The second one is for the cloud kill, so it's a DC 15, so much lower. If you scroll up a little bit, it's in the chat. You can click that DC 15 one there, or just roll another con save. It's fine too. Oh, close. All right, so here's the damage for that, Fox. Oh, sorry, never mind. That's poison. Never mind.
Poison?
It is. Yeah, it's just poison. Never mind. Ignore all that. Yep. So you're
Yeah, okay.
you're immune to it.
Like
so you're
unless
not,
it does some other duck type of damage, or like it just kills you right off the bat.
Nope, not for that one. There are other ones, that have that kind of effect. But no, I forgot the poison immunity there, so you're all fine. All right. So obviously your options are limited. Anything you want to do?
I can't really do anything, but I will be right back.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn, because, still paralyzed.
Yeah, sorry. All right, Norik's turn. What you doing, Holmes? Oh, sorry. Well, first we got to do the poison, obviously.
Goddamn poison.
I mean, if the Varrock gets lucky on its turn, it could break the concentration from the Cedarman and get rid of the cloud. Or you guys can try to get past the Varrock. Like, this is a pretty fucked up situation, because you would have to get through it also to be able to, take swings really at the Cedarman. Hey, natural 20. RG. Sorry. 13 G. Sorry, 12. Round down. I always forget if it's round down or round up, because it used to be 2 different things, I guess, but in D&D they tried to, or 5e, I guess they tried to standardize it. All right, Holmes. So you still have full action, bonus action, everything, and movement.
I'm going to.
Are there any ropes still attached to any of these people? Like, do either of them have ropes attached to them?
You did.
I think I still might. I might still have a rope attached to me, actually.
Did I see Nazim move? Or no?
What do you mean? Can you see him move?
What did I see Nazim get up and move? Did he pass his check like the dog? I seen him get up and move.
No. Nazim is still. Nazim and Arteme both are still paralyzed.
Okay.
You just have an echo G, so it's a little hard to catch what you're saying.
All right. Then, and I saw Pogo move, right?
Yep. Yeah, Pogo's definitely out of it. Yeah.
Okay. Then can I take the rope? It was on Pogo, right?
It was, but I imagine he would have, probably extricated himself from that. There's the word again, Justin, and run to the door. So, unless you left it on when you ran to the door.
I mean, I probably would have taken it off. If it,
it seems reasonable that you would, yeah. So
there's probably a rope just hanging out on the ground
right,
with a lasso already tied in it.
Here to try to grab that rope and put it around Nazim and carry it with me to go out the door, because I'm assuming I don't hear Arteme coughing, but I do hear Nazim coughing, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's fair. That is, well, you don't hear coughing at all, but I would say that you do have an understanding that you're looking at. So, do you guys know what petechial hemorrhaging is? Everybody know that exciting term? So petechial hemorrhaging is when somebody is suffocating. You see blood spots in their eyes, like itty bitty little spots of blood, little red spots around the iris. So you can tell if somebody's asphyxiating by looking for that. So anyways, I would say that Norik, you'd have an understanding, sure, just from survival, of seeing that, and that it's obviously affecting Nazim, but not affecting Arteme. Now, hang on, I got to ask you a question about how you're intending to carry Nazim here, because you said tie a rope around him and carry him. Okay, so just tying a rope and dragging him past Pogo. Pogo, you're aware of the problem, obviously, and jumping out of the way.
So I will avoid using my amazing acrobatics.
Yeah, really, just dragging him across the ground.
The door's still open too, so.
Yeah. All right, so you're 25 Holmes. Looking north, you can see that there is not enough space for both you and Nazim with Sarah to fit in that stairwell where you're not also in the cloud.
Ass out of here and dropping him off up here past.
Okay.
Sarah, sorry.
Okay. Well, hang on. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. So it was 40 to get there. Are you going to dash? What do you like? You're out of movement just to get to that northernmost spot. I'll say that you can get him there and that you're out of movement where you're standing. That's fine. We'll just say that you kind of shoved him forward rather than moving. But it does put you out of movement standing where you're at now.
For the fun of it, I'm going to dash, and I'm going this way.
Okay.
Is that door open?
It is. It is open. Yeah, and you can see the back of this feathery kind of. It looks like a raptor with wings, kind of, and is like slashing away at something on the other side of it that you can't see.
All right. Well, for now, I'm going to hang tight right here because I know that I don't know exactly when because I'm not that good at timing.
Okay.
Well, probably not super good, but either I know it's coming up soon.
Sure.
So.
All right. No bonus actions then.
That thing doesn't turn around yet. I'm going to rage just in case.
Okay.
Quietly rage this time. Very quietly out.
yeah, quiet rage so that you don't alert the thing. Grr, grr. All right, that brings us to Pogo. Save poison.
Save.
Yep, DC 15.
Come on, big money, big money. Not gonna do it.
Not with an 11. Nope. So 13
Hey,
damage.
only 13. Not too bad.
Yeah, the total amount is a lot less. I thought that was going to be more dangerous for you guys, but.
All right. As my action, I am casting invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself. And then I am running. Will I be able to fit by Norok and Seraphina, or should I just go fit right next to Norok?
You mean Nazim and Seraphina?
Nazim,
Yeah.
Nazim. Oh, wait. Artemay's still here. Hold on. Artemay doesn't have a rope on her, does she?
Nope. Sarah has one of the ropes, and Norok dragged.
I forgot Artemay was still in there. I wouldn't have made myself invisible then yet.
Okay. Go ahead and take it back.
All right.
You are at 15 hit points too, by the way. So.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. You got like full blasted with the cone of cold from the ghost before he. In fact, actually, I did not add him to initiative, so he would be willing to help. He just can't leave the room. So. Still planning, Justin?
Yep.
Okay.
I will. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to do here. I'm gonna ask the ghosts if he could. Nope, she's still fucked.
Well, she's not dying from the poison. You recognize that the poison is not bothering her. She's just paralyzed.
That's right. I'm just gonna have to get out of here then.
Yeah, you guys would know that Artemay is immune to that.
I'm gonna cast invisibility, and then I'm going to just leave the room. My original plan was to be invisible so I could kind of sneak up back behind and follow this dinosaur bird thing. If Norok is kind of taking up too much room in that space, I would just go and try to be next to.
You can move through Norok. That's been clearly established.
Yeah, but if the bird's right there, I can't really go.
Yeah, you don't have much room after him. That's fair. Yeah.
So as a DM, where would I have more room? After I get in here, I look to the north and I look to the east. Which direction gives me more room?
There, because you're halfling sized, that barrier that I was telling Sarah, there's barely enough room for, let's say, a halfling. Probably regular human size wouldn't quite be enough. But to the south there's a tiny alcove with a barrier in front of it that you were told specifically to not go near, that the ghost warned you was not safe.
Okay.
Oh, that's a cool effect.
Would it be better to go behind? Would I have more room behind Norok or more room to the north? Obviously trying to avoid any gas.
Probably to the north because, well, if you expect that Norok's going to start swinging at that thing, you don't want to end up, getting a half to the back of the head or something when you're.
And as far as the gas cloud, is there still gas here too, or is it he basically just cast it in the room?
It's also right there, but I'll say that there's enough room for 2 halflings and a human. That's fine.
All right. Then I am up there, and I am invisible.
All right. The gas isn't touching you. Actually, I was going to say you'd still be kind of.
I'm going to cuddle up with Sarah.
In the gas.
Like I'm here on the map, but I'm actually occupying the same space as Seraphina, and I'm just going to kind of grab her on the shoulders and whisper in her ear, "Don't be scared, it's just me."
Yeah, because that's not creepy at all.
Yeah.
I think at this point Sarah's used to it. So.
That's true.
Always expect an invisible Pogo to be somewhere in the vicinity,
especially if it's real creepy.
Yeah.
All right. The Cedarman doesn't have much choice because he's going to get pretty badly hurt if he doesn't do something here. So he is going to attempt to recontrol him. It is, yeah. Geez, I tell you guys how to do that often. I don't have to roll a check, and I always forget myself. I have to do it manually. Oh, geez. Okay. Norok, you hear, yeah, and Nazim, actually, you hear the Vabian chants of him trying to releash the Varrock here, and is seemingly unsuccessful. And that is action. He is going to try to step away, which will prompt an opportunity, just because he wouldn't stand there getting slashed at when he's, has hostiles on the other side. So, well, Vrock cannot hit anything, so that is it. Bringing us to Nazim.
All right, I got to roll to get us paralysis again.
Yep, you're not in the poison now, so that part you don't got to worry about. But if you got to make a DC 22 con save, not with that, unfortunately. Oh. Anything else with your turn?
That's all I can do.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the Varrock. The Varrock is going to, of course, immediately. Ben, I didn't have you do this. Make a stealth check. I should have had you do that when you first walked in the door to see if he would notice that you're walking up behind him. Oh, you can see other things in the room now, 2G. So you can see what's on the map there. I don't know if anybody else can from where you're at. Obviously, Sarah can see it, or Becky can see it, rather, but Sarah can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. He's distracted anyway, so we'll say that he's not focused on you at the moment.
Norak.
What, G?
It's stealthy Norak.
Yeah. Ninja Master Norak. Oh, geez. All right, finally got a hit in. That is the beak. Only 13, but that will prompt a concentration. Where's my stupid... I hate that I have to put that back on each time. Concentration. 15 succeeded. All right, so no drop on Cloud Kill. Bringing us to Sarah.
Right. Sarah is going to... 15. Can I see the seer gentleman, like, beneath?
Occasionally, yeah. Yeah, because you're low enough, I would say that as it's swinging, you're like a wing is blocking, and then the wing moves out of the way, and then the tail is blocking a little bit, and then moves out of the way. But yeah, you do get, enough glimpses, let's say, to be able to take a shot if you're attempting to.
Okay, first...
We'll call it half cover.
I'm going to bring up Shan.
Okay. The seer demon?
Yep.
Okay.
So 3 in my... Sorcery points for that. And then... hit him.
Does she attack immediately, right?
No, she rolls initiative. We can just have her be at the end of my turn, it's fine.
Well, we changed it to make all pets go immediately after you in initiative, right? Or at least, before or after you, let's say, for simplicity's sake. So we'll say, if you want to have her attack basically right after you is fine.
Yeah, because she gets her own turn, so it's not when I bring her up. But
oh,
yeah,
yeah, okay.
5 feet. What am I going to hit him with? Let's do... This is a... failed save. Oh, sure. Let's try a Psychic Lance, and he gets a disadvantage because Shan is right behind him.
All right. It's good. Good plan here. DC 18.
There's way too many scary animals.
Yeah. Natural 1. Okay, so he failed Psychic Lance.
Okay, so
76.
he is also incapacitated.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's going to increase the Vrox's chance as well. So 76 psychic damage to him. Go ahead and roll that. Damn, nature, you scary. 22, geez. All right.
22.
Well, that'll be a hard
I
con
got
save
2
for...
1s and a 3.
Oh, only DC 11. Okay.
2.
Well, let's see. Could have been worse. He still succeeded on concentration of Cloud Kill. But he has disadvantage. Hang on.
No, it's just on spells that I attack him with.
Oh, okay,
Shan's
gotcha.
within 5
On
feet.
saves, gotcha, okay. All right. That it for your turn then?
That is, I had everything.
Okay.
All I got.
Give me a perception check for Sarah and Norok. You still have advantage still, right, G?
Yeah.
Okay. Norok, as you're watching this rock swinging at the Seardaman, and Sarah lanced it in the back of the head. This red mage that's walking away from the room here, trying to get out of the rock's range. You see him flip his cloak up over his shoulder, and when he does, there's a like a leather thong around his neck with a jewel on the end of it that looks very much like the key you guys used to get into here. The key that you used to open that white portal to come into this place. He's got one of those. And that is it for Sarah's turn. Sarah, if you want to go ahead and roll the Shan attack.
Oh, right. So
she gets a chance for pulling him prone. Oh, yeah, and he's incapacitated. Yeah. Yep. That's essentially
I can't
paralyzed.
because
oh, you don't own Shan as Ben.
Okay. Over Shan. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll do that real quick. And he needs, well, now she rolled awful, but he still has to make the... Oh, no, that's only if it hits. Never mind, so nothing happens. She still has... Oh, hang on. No, she has advantage because of the incapacitation, so let's try that again. That's better. 21 will do. And he has to make a strength save or be pulled prone. You got a natural 20, so... He saved, but she still did 10 damage, which will still prompt a concentration check. It's weak, but possible. Nope, not what I meant to do. Go back there. Here we go. Concentration. He's getting beat up pretty badly already, just because he's kind of stuck in a trap here at the moment, and he succeeded on the con save barely, but he did succeed.
Good. Fuck him.
Well, he's probably. I mean, Ben and Sarah can see what the rest is in the room here. The other ones, by the way, are in cells. If that wasn't clear, so you guys see that there are runic bars that surround them. They're not making any noise. You can't hear anything coming from the others that are locked up. He was obviously, he pulled one out, is what I'm getting at, and that's the one that is attacking him now. Sorlin can't do anything from in there. Back to Arteme. Arteme, you're still paralyzed. Go ahead and make your save and roll a natural 20 this time.
Sure, as if it's that easy.
It should be, right? Unfortunately not. I'm sorry, I know this is boring for Nazim and Arteme, who don't get to do anything. That's. I'm hoping you guys get out of here.
Hey, at least you're not dying.
Yeah, I mean, you're safe in there. You're not in danger, really, because nothing's going to be able to fire around that door, at least, so...
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
least.
Is Nazim in the store, or did they drag
He's
him
just
out?
they dragged him out. Yeah, he's just barely outside of it. I don't know. You probably can't see where your character is right now, or where you are. You can't see him. But yeah, you're the only one left.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, that's fine. I'm immune to it anyway.
Yeah, so you're at least safe. Everybody else is in danger, but you're in a safe corner and paralyzed at least. So, all right, that brings us back to Norok.
All right, I'm guessing there's no real space past the rock, right? He's taken up.
Correct. Yeah. If anything, he's actually too big for that hallway. He has to kind of pull his wings down to the side.
Like walking.
Kind of like a. When you see like an eagle or a large bird of prey that is walking on the ground and the wings are really awkward, and it can't do anything, which has to balance. That's what it's trying to do. Yeah.
Okay. Then can I, from where I'm at, can I see the Seardaman? Do I have a line of sight?
Yeah, so same as Sarah. It's half. He's got half cover because of the rock kind of blocking it. But yeah, you can see him and attempt to make a shot. It'll just adjust the AC. +2 for the AC.
Does magic missile hit automatically, or do I still need to roll?
Oh, it does. Yeah, magic missile automatically hits. There's no roll, so you don't even need to worry about that as long as you can see him, which you can. So that'll work fine.
Kind of dug down a little bit, moved up under, or I guess in between the rock's leg and his wing or whatever. Try not to hit him, obviously.
Okay.
Don't want to get him mad.
How many stars are you sending?
Okay, I am full. I will send out 5. Leave 2.
Okay. Roll 5d4, isn't it?
Okay.
It's in your spellbook area. Actually, I put it in there a long time ago. Yeah. So okay, yeah, you can here. Just click go to your spellbook, and then click on Magic Missile, Stick of Stars. There you go, and then hit the attack. Or sorry, hit the don't hit the attack button. Hit the damage button 5 times.
I like to imagine this being just fucking tiny in his hand.
It's like a little halfling
like
one.
Shaq holding like a normal size chopstick.
Yeah, there you go. One more. It's not a bad hit. That could potentially, well, I guess it'll only be depending on this last roll. All right, so 22, 11 will be the DC on his save then. Yeah, DC 11
a lot
con
of
save.
4s.
Yeah, he did. All 4 of them, 4 of the 5, and he succeeded again. So Cloudkill's still up. But he's in bad shape at this point because he's stuck in the corner. He's surrounded and is in getting torn apart already. So all right, Pogo's turn.
Our first magic.
Yeah, really.
I would like to. I'm actually hurt really bad, and Norok is still. I can probably see his ass hanging out of the door frame.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a medicine check to see if I could figure out what I need to do to help Nazim.
Okay.
Action.
2.
Nope.
Yeah. You're pretty sure that you just shove a whole bunch of acetaminophen down his throat is all he's going to need, and he'll be perfectly fine. That won't poison.
If only I had a bag of Tylenol with me. I left it at home.
Yep. All right. Action. Well, I would say. That's
clean socks. That's all you need.
Yeah, I'm not going to move yet.
Okay.
I'm going to.
You're still invisible, so.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to stay safe in this hallway for now.
Okay. No bonus actions either, then.
No, there's not. No, not right now. I'll have to wait.
All right. Well, the Seardaman is in a real bad spot there, and realizing that he doesn't have a lot of options. All right, that will work. Norok and Sarah, you guys see him disappear.
Bitch.
But I'm going to say that you guys, because Maibi had warned you a little bit that you can't teleport out of this place, you realize that he's still nearby. So I'll just put it that way. You guys understand that even though it was a spell, yeah. In fact, I just clicked it. I would say that you would, being 16th level, you would recognize this. It's only a 4th level spell. You would recognize what he was casting as he began the verbal. Okay, so as he begins speaking the incantation for it. So if you're going to attempt to stop him,
Sarah would have, she would have tried to counterspell because she wants to just kill him here instead of having to go find him.
Okay, with the Rod of Absorption, or are you doing it? Oh, no, that's only targeting you.
No.
That's right. So regular counterspell. Okay, it's only 4th levels, but you should. I think it's only above 3rd. You have to roll, right? What spell slot? What level spell slot?
Spell slot 4th or higher.
Okay,
so
you're going to use a 4th or higher.
Roll.
Okay. Well, that's if you use a 3rd level, but if you're using a 4th level spell slot, you would not have to roll.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I would have used 4.
You just use a 4th. Okay. Yeah, the 4th or higher means no roll at all, as long as you match it or above. So, all right. Okay. In that case, he attempts to cast it. I actually clicked it, and it did the. Oh, that's cool. That's a new thing. I hadn't seen that before. All right. But obviously, it fails. He screams in anger and frustration in a language you don't understand, but screams are usually something you can get between languages. The language barrier is not too big of a deal there. Let's see, as bonus actions. Well, he is quite furious and spins around in place and is going to, not as an attack, but just in anger and frustration, begin swinging his arms at the Varrock, trying to get it to obey. Because that was his action and he can't try to recontrol him. Nazim, your turn. Go ahead and DC 22 con save.
All right, here comes a 20, natural 20.
You got to get it eventually. I mean, you could wait it out too.
1 out of 20 chance.
Yeah, you do. It gets a 5%, every turn. So, not this time, unfortunately. Anything with your turn?
I can't really do anything. I can't speak or do anything or move or anything, so
yeah,
I think I'm good.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't intend for that to happen. I kind of I kind of thought you guys would probably barricade yourselves in that room and wait for the poison to wear off, or wait for the not poison rather, but wait for the paralysis to wear off. But at the same time, I didn't realize that the Searderman had Cloud Kill, so it would have Cloud Killed the room anyway. So I suppose you guys didn't have a lot of choice there. But all right, Vrock is going to keep swinging. Actually, first is going to do. Oh, that's not nice either, but it is something it would do. Norok and Sarah, I think. Hang on, let me check here real quick. I think 15-foot radius. Yeah, it definitely would. It isn't much, but both of you DC 14 con saves. All right, Sarah succeeds. Both of you succeed. No damage on a success, so here the Searderman has to make one as well. Sorry, I could have rolled that while you guys were doing that. Okay, well, after they succeed, so nothing happens. He emitted spit out a cloud of spores that all of you kind of choked away and just swung your hands through the air to get rid of it, and are no longer affected by it. So that is it. Bringing us to Sarah.
How bad does he look?
He,
Searderman?
if you had to guess what percentage of hit points he had when you stared at him, it's around 25%.
Brian, too bad he has something around his neck when he...
I don't know. I don't know that I want to use that, because he's got half cover, even if I, like, stand in between the bird's legs, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to go through the bird to be able to get a free shot. Yeah. So anything from this angle is going to have a +2 to his AC against the attack.
Okay. And we...
I answered that question, Fox.
I want to
I heard
that.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to just... It's only a +2. We're going to hit him with a 2nd level Chaos Bolt.
Okay. Go ahead and, well, I guess roll the attack first, and then we'll see what the damage could be.
Oh, wait. He's still... hits anyways. I would say I still get advantage, right? Because he's still...
If he's incapacitated. Shit. He was incapacitated when he tried to cast, then I forgot about that.
Oh.
Which means that the counterspell didn't happen, so you still have that spell slot.
Yay.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. I always forget to use these little things. They're kind of a pain to go through the menu to get to them. I should find a more convenient add-on to handle that. Yeah, so you get your spell slot back for that. All right, 29. What are the damage types? 29 hits, obviously.
Hang on. I gotta roll damage.
Oh, you roll the damage that's first. Okay, gotcha.
8, I think.
I'll just click the damage button and it should do it, and then yeah, the D8s are the ones that you choose from.
6 and 7.
Psychic or thunder.
We do psychic damage.
Okay. Oh, it
I
was
thought
yeah,
it was psychic
poison.
or poison.
It is 6 and 7. I was
Yes,
reading
we'll
7
do
and 8.
something.
Yep. Okay. Well, okay. Well, he's a lot closer to dead than I thought. 28 was it? 29. Okay. Yeah, he was already in bad shape, and after this blast of Chaos Bolt that you send past the Varrock impacts him, he is still incapacitated, but bleeding profusely, and doesn't look long for this world.
Great. Shan's going to attack him.
Okay. Make his con save real quick. That's actually much harder. Oh, and he got a natural 1. So, finally, Cloud Kill falls. Unfortunately, it doesn't help the poison, but it kind of wasn't affecting anybody, but at least he's no longer got Cloud Kill up, which frees up movement for everyone else. All right, Shan's attack. Oh, I got to run it for her.
Gotta use the restroom, guys. I'll be right back.
All right. Attack. Hey, finally hits. And he needs to make that. 8 damage. Well, it's already fallen, so we don't have to worry about concentration, but Shan latches into the back of the Searderman's calf and yanks him forward. He smacks his face onto the concrete, and as she's pulling him away, you see her disappear into a whiff of smoke. The Searderman's no longer moving.
Okay.
You understand what happened, right?
Yep, he's dead, so
Yeah,
she's gone.
Exactly. Yeah, she disappeared because she killed him, and now that he's gone, she no longer exists. So he is at 0 hit points and on the ground.
Okay.
All right.
It is my turn and Shan's turn.
All right. That brings Sorlin. He can't do anything. Back to Arteme. Arteme, do you want to make another check?
Might as well. Nope.
Jeez, I did not intend for it to go, where you guys didn't get to do anything for the whole session, so I apologize. Arteme, you got to Thorn Whip Nazim, so that was something. Nazim's been for literally the entire game.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I thought it was skin contact, not close contact, so that was my bad, but whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you probably from your angle wouldn't have been able to tell the difference, but when Nazim ran in, he didn't like touch the side of Pogo's face. He just grabbed Pogo, by the shoulder, by the arm, trying to grab him. So, I mean, you wouldn't have seen skin to contact, but either way, from your angle, you wouldn't have been able to know that anyway. So, all right, back to Norok. What you doing, Holmes? You saw the Searderman fall. Go ahead and make a perception check real quick, G. Oh, all right. Never mind. So what are you doing?
All right. For now, I'm just going to wait it out because I don't want to piss off the rock, but I know I need to go over and get that jewel off for the Searderman. So I'm not going to try to run past the rock right now.
Okay. I'm going to say, yeah, with your perception check, you wouldn't have seen a reaction from the Vrock yet. I would say that there is certainly an amount of awareness that the Vrock now feels like the problem is dealt with the Searderman, and it's not going to be friendly. So I would say that'd be kind of a natural understanding that Norok would have of a hostile creature that has been caged like that. So
then I'm going to did I grab Sarah?
What about trying to talk to it and be like, we're not going to hurt you, free its friends, and just let it do what it wants, as long as it's not attacking us?
You guys definitely don't speak the language that this thing speaks. Communicating with it would be very difficult.
Well, so I have it trapped in a room myself. Well, not myself, but I have it cornered in a room.
Yeah.
I'm going to uncorner him before I see him. If I can, I'm going to grab Sarah and move back to the room that had the cloud in it previously. Since it looks like it's clear now.
Well, some real unfortunate timing there, G. Literally, this is round 10, and this was the moment that it happened would have been right as you started to run through. It's literally because you're the first person in initiative. Just for... You know what? Okay. You said you're going to grab Sarah. Sarah, would you have resisted Norok trying to pull you back?
No,
without
because I don't
meta-knowledge?
think Sarah would have been... She
Okay.
would not have been paying attention.
Okay.
She was focused on getting Searderman down. So, no.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roll a percentile dice to see whether or not you had grabbed Sarah before you far enough, basically, before you started moving through the room, or whether she would have been far enough outside the room to not be affected by the gravity and therefore yanked free of your grasp. Does that make sense? So we'll go above 50 and above, rather, is Sarah stays where stays at the doorway, and Norok is yanked up to the ceiling. And if it's below, then Sarah and Norok both go to the ceiling. No way. Literally an actual 50. Wow. Okay.
Good.
Well, Sarah lucked out. Sarah, you managed to... realizing just at the last split second.
50, I was going up.
No, 50 and above as you succeed. If you stay where you are. Anything below that is you got yanked up to the ceiling. So just at the very last moment, you kind of have this a brief moment in time where you recognize that trap's about to go off, and you kind of slipped out of Norok's grasp just in time. Norok, you were yanked up to the ceiling. It is 12d6, so It sounds worse than it is, but it could end up being a whole lot. Thankfully for you, with your raging, that isn't that big of a deal. But 12d6. 37 damage cut in half is 18. I actually just applied it to you on accident, G, because I already had you selected. So that is done. Yeah, you're not concentrating, obviously, so nothing to do there. Norok, though, you were yanked up to the ceiling, and two different stalactites have jumped through, one through your elbow, like just past the bone, and one through the middle of your thigh. You are stuck to the ceiling. You keep trying to pull yourself away from it, and the gravity is just too strong. You are up there and impaled, and remain so in the short term. You can, you still have... Well, I mean, yeah, you didn't do anything except try to grab her in movement, so you still have action and bonus action. What are you doing?
Then reaching my magnet by chance.
I mean, you have one hand, like the other hand is like it's through the elbow. Basically, it's supposed to immobilize you also, but I don't want it to be, I don't want more paralysis in this game, if that makes sense at this point. So I kind of like trying to give you one arm and one leg basically here. So walk me through how you would pull that off, and we'll see if it's doable.
Well, I mean, if my magnet's within reach, I'm going to grab it and put it back on, like, my belt or something.
Oh, your magnet. Sorry, I thought you said your bag. Okay. Yeah, we'll say. I mean, you're tall enough. Sure. Yeah. That you can reach over and grab it and put it in your. You got bigger things to worry about, probably, but at least you know that the magnet's safe again. All right. Action, bonus action. That's still a tiny bit of movement, so not much.
Okay.
Don't you have
Nothing?
a teleportation thing with your sword?
His axe, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or your axe? Yeah.
Alright. Can I reach it and throw it from where I'm at? I guess I'll probably have to go back and around Sarah. And hopefully not hit her, but in between her and the rock. Because the way I'm facing, I'm assuming I'm still facing Sarah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that room, right?
Yeah. Well, you're trying to go to the left over here.
Yeah. Well, if I can, I just didn't know which way I'm facing.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say you can
angle
you can
that I'm
aim. Yeah, you can aim either direction. That's fine. It's going to be an awkward throw. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Alright, then I'm going to aim it that way.
Crap. We got to call it like 10 minutes early, guys. I gotta take care of something here real quick. So, all right. So you make the throw. Then I would say that's enough. Really, it was 10. Is all I was looking for. So you toss it off to the hallway to the left. You just want to be like right in the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then you toss it to the side and instantly teleport to travel with the axe to the inside of the door. That's one of the ways basically you could get out of the gravity trap. The gravity only affects the object. Well, oh shit! Actually, your axe would have been an object that is in the room at the same time. Shit.
I was wondering how that was going to work.
Yeah, I was thinking.
On.
Yeah, because it was already on you, and therefore was also affected by when the trap went off, as opposed to if it was thrown in after the fact, then it wouldn't be affected by the gravity. That's true. In that case, yeah. Sorry, G. You're still stuck up there. That was a very good idea, and I was all for it. But all right. Any other ideas for how to get yourself out of there, or do you want to go ahead and call it here and think about it for next week?
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Cool.
Just to let you know, my idea is going to be to basically grab, have you push your one end of your axe limit down. I'm going to grab it, and then I'm going to try to thunder. Oh wait, no, I can't thunder step because you're too big compared to me. Fuck, never mind. Just kidding. Can't do that either.
What's there?
At least you could now grab your magnet while you're up there.
He did. Yeah, that was the first thing he thought of, was to grab his magnet back. Not even pull himself off the spikes, but to get his magnet. So. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and stop here then. Next week is Christmas, obviously, or
Thanksgiving, but I'm actually good for next Saturday because Thanksgiving's on Thursday, so I'll be back home and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's good for Saturday, we can.
Yeah, it's not Thanksgiving here.
Yeah. How about you, Sako?
I might be okay, actually.
All right. Well, let me know if not. Otherwise, we'll plan on playing next Saturday, and we'll pick up there.
Okay. Talk to you guys later.
All right, guys. Night, everybody.
Bye.
Yes.
Hey, guys.